Hello, I'm Yatish, and this is episode 3 of my raycasting project. We are going to have to fix a bug known as like a fisheye effect, where if you go up to a straight wall, let's say this one, let's go out here and go through this one. You can see it slightly bulges out in the middle, and but sort of smooths in, like a fisheye. And it really gets obvious that it's doing that once you turn up the FOV. Like when you turn up the FOV, then you can really see that, yeah, you can really see how much of a fisheye effect it has and how strange it looks. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, so step 1, we're going to head over to the, I think, Raycaster? No. Yeah? Yes. And we are going to make a new variable, I think. Yes. Hold on. Please hold. Sorry, sorry, somebody was just being very loud. So we're gonna grab our set distance here, and hold on. Please. Yes, it's a set distance. So you're gonna want to set distance to the cause. Where is it? Yes, the cause of 120 minus direction. So the direction we're facing right now, and then the original direction. So scoot down to the define raycast block, and we'll make ourselves a new one. Dir, D-I-R, this part only, of course. So you can close this. So now that we have dir here, we'll set dir to the initial direction. So set dir to, where is it? Direction. And then we'll go back here and we'll subtract and we'll subtract direction minus dir. With all that being done, from what I know, this should be working. So you spawn right in front of a wall and still facing the wall, and I think I made a mistake. Please hold while I figure out what I did wrong. Okay, you have to do distance multiplied by cos of direction minus dir, and I happen to add a minus 480 to this, so it sort of broke, but now it has gotten rid of the fisheye effect. You move over here, as you can see, I can move forward and backward, not the tiniest bit of a bulge. Very, very cool. So now let's work on making this a little less void-like. Because like it just feels like it falls into the void when you go too far away. I know it said it added a lot of depth, but this is a bit too much depth. So hop into the backdrops open a new one, make sure it's in vector, and we'll work on a new one. This is blinding now, I'm gonna be honest. So so first we're gonna make a new square all the way up to the middle line. You can change it if you wish. There we go. I don't feel like this is the right color. To make it a gradient, the top one I'll make black, just pure black. And the bottom one can be a color of your choice, the one that you think would fit your game the most. I'm feeling like an orangey looking color. I don't know. Now, as fun as that is, it still feels like it fades into darkness at the end. So let's add ourselves a horizon. Now you could just make it pure black if you want like a night sky looking thing. But if you hold Alt and drag it up to reach the other end, then next thing you know, bam. But you can flip it vertically, change the gradient if you want. Personally, I'm feeling like a red sky above with a with a white sky underneath, or a grayish one. Well, eh, swap. There we go. So now you can actually sort of see the things that are far away without it just being like shoved in your face. Now then, let's work on removing these player and raycaster sprites. Now the player one's pretty easy to see. Guess it's flying around. But the raycaster is different. In fact, it's very cool to see it raycasting the walls, even when we're done with the 2D one. Unfortunately, it will have to go. So we'll throw on one of so just like what we did with here, you can just duplicate this, put it in the raycaster one. Try finding it, which is always annoying. Come on. Kate. Drag it in here. There. That at the bottom. Duplicate. Drag it in here. And then put that over here. And now you're fully immersed in this 3D area. Nothing to distract you. Well, besides that you're bumping into everything. Look, it's hard, alright? Judge me. Hold on. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next thing, which is fixing wall jittering. We'll move this down to 4 where it's much more usable. Okay, it seems that there's been a glitch. I bet you've experienced this, and it's only been my first time experiencing this. Please hold while I fix this, but 5, nope, 6, 7, 7 even worse. Nah, too fishy eye. Okay, 8 it is. But you might have noticed that if you actually got your scripts right, then wall jittering may exist where at the side of a wall it'll just sort of jitter around, not knowing whether it's meant to load or not. Now this is all up to you. It's definitely not necessary, but so a way to fix this is to just simply change this from 4 steps to moving 2 steps. Now, this will make it run twice as slow, but it'll fix accuracy. So if you want accuracy over speed, go move it down to 2. If you want speed over accuracy, move it down to 1. It's all up to you. Personally, sorry, move it up to 4. Personally, I'm keeping it at 4, if that's alright. Also, you may have noticed that everything's a bit jittery on the top and bottom, where you can see them poking up and down. You can move this down to point 0.5, and now it's less jittery. Of course, this will also affect the speed, but not drastically. So it's perfectly fine to implement this. Personally, I'm keeping it. Now that's all a bit of fun. A couple of bug fixes, but now we gotta move on to something big, which would be level shading. You might have saw in my little demo that these walls had been shaded, but as you can see, these walls are not shaded. Look at that. Look at that. They're normal. And this gets really sort of like gets you bumping into walls, and it just looks way better when they're shaded and stuff. So that's why we gotta duplicate the level costume, rename it to level color costumes. Now we don't want to recreate this all by hand, so just press Control A. Or another thing you can do uh, is just use a one really big selection box. Make sure to press this equal sign as well. Very important. Control A. Okay, so you're gonna press Control A. Sorry, you're gonna make a second costume. You're gonna press Control A and move this costume to the right once by using your right arrow key. Just once. Now then, you're gonna copy this. Make sure it's copied. Once you see this paste thing become available, that means it's copied. Close this costume. Now you Control A this one and move to the left. Once. Now you paste the other one, and as you can see, if we zoom in very far in, you can see that these are two different costumes. Undo. The best part is it's only the side, so it won't get mixed up between the top and the bottom or any of that. It'll only shade the sides. So let let's get coding. So now you're gonna so now let's get so now you're gonna head over to Raycaster and see this distance. So this distance block and below, we'll just move it down really quick because we want our shading to be done before that. So if touching level color, then then set pen color to 58 is probably the best choice. Else, hold on. Yes, else set the color to 53. Actually, 54. Let's go for that. So now, as you can see, it looks way better. And you can really see those corners, especially if you turn down the resolution. Then you can really just take a look at that, you know? You can really see those corners. It's very, 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 very nice to look at. It's a bit broken with the circles, but we'll fix that. It's and my favorite, personally, my favorite part are these squares because you can really just see the corners now. Before it felt like, whoops, I bumped into the corner, but now it feels like something else. So now let's work on fixing that circle problem we talked about earlier. This only works on squares, but on circles and angles it doesn't work as well. So we're gonna quickly change that. So first, we're unfortunately with these, we're just gonna have to paint them by hand. It's not too much of a problem though, nothing to worry about. You just gotta draw a big square rectangle in the middle here, and then get rid of the actual circle. Mm, excuse me, this is being stubborn right now. Please hold. Okay, so I am done. For circles, you're gonna have to shade them yourself. Oops. So basically, let's say I added a circle here, you would add a square and then remove the circle. And then it'll all work out. This leaves some nice shading there, which looks nice, honestly. That took way longer than it looked to you. Than that took way longer for me than it looked for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to watch this.